Let's get it. I'm already crossing them. Yeah. My screen is it sounding on the mic, right? I'm checking right now. Yeah, it does it. It does it. Yeah, it does it. Yeah, it's my phone stuck.
Let's see if that. Alright. Hopefully that works. And I think it has. Yeah, there we go. Fantastic. So, the stream's up, the chat's up. We're finally good to go after faffing around with that. I think we're all good and we're all set for this race. Oh, dearie me. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first round of the AM1 Championship here on Contest of Speed. The first round is here at Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps, a 7-kilometer ribbon of tarmac that is easily one of the most legendary racetracks in the world of motorsport. It is up there with the likes of Monza, Monaco, and Silverstone, and in fact, its legendary status is only equal to the circuit's difficulty. It is easily one of the most demanding racetracks on the calendar. Drivers will definitely be put through their paces here for tonight's race. But I'm not alone in the commentary box. Oh, as Prezzo gets very sideways at the exit of turn one there. Alongside me for the first time in his commentary career, welcome Jay Sack to the commentary booth. I'm sure you're very excited for tonight's race.
Well, thank you very much, and welcome to everyone watching the stream. I hope we have some fun tonight. I hope we see some exciting racing and not many DNFs.
Well, one would hope, but this is a very, very difficult racetrack, so I wouldn't be too surprised if we saw a crash or two. There are several places that drivers will have to look out for, none more so than probably the infamous Eau Rouge Radillon complex in the first sector. And of course, Pooh on the corner that the Stone Tail is coming up to now. It's a corner that I don't particularly enjoy because as soon as you touch the inside curb there, pretty much guaranteed to spin round and into a tyre barrier. So, yeah, definitely some parts of the racetrack that drivers will have to look out for as we're getting some pretty decent lap time. A 41.2? Oh my word, these guys are fast. Okay then. Oh, 41.2 again from Alp. But
40 tenths only on the first lap.
That is very close indeed, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm thinking that we may go under the 40s. It will go to the 40s. Yeah.
Let's have a look and see what these guys can do. A few more drivers crossing the line, and we'll see the Stone Tail cross the line, and he'll do a 43.3. So at the moment, Alpine leading the way with a 41.2, as JSEC mentioned, only 4 hundredths of a second separating P1 and 2. Very close indeed. That's JSEC, I noticed as we've become friends in the past half an hour, we've had a long chat between ourselves. I noticed your times on time trial, they are incredibly quick. Well, compared to me, anyway, who's about slightly above average. What, in your opinion, does it take to go very fast around here at Spa? What do you have to do?
First of all, you need confidence. You need to really find the track limits and use all of the curves that are available. Oh,
yeah, retirement. Look at that.
Has retired.
Interesting. Can we find a car? One of the McLarens. Is that Kit and Petter? It is.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. How did he end up there?
I think he should be really on the throttle if to release to lose it there. If you go too deep on the throttle, it needs to be very precise. As Kitchen indicated, I think he's in lap, yeah.
Wow, dear oh dear. So we have a retirement already. We still have plenty of qualifying to get through though. But Bodhot is out and he'll be starting from plumb last unless someone manages to disqualify themselves from the session. Hopefully we won't see that. But wow, already we have a bit of drama on our hands at Spa.
Already.
But yeah,
it's racing season, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I completely agree with you though with the comment you made about being quick around here. You're absolutely right. It is about confidence. This track is very fast, very flowing. You need to be on the limit almost all the time, but the track can bite you very hard if you're sort of too complacent towards the racetrack in a way. Like if you stray a bit too far over the limit, you can cop a warning. If you cut too much of a corner, you can spin out into an Armco barrier. So these drivers will definitely be put through their paces. And also, it's very overcast, isn't it? We might see a little bit of rain.
Some
maybe.
rain. I will just check the telemetry and tell you.
Now, this would be the first time I've actually witnessed this telemetry. Will it actually tell us what the weather conditions are going to be like?
It certainly helps, to be honest. I did set it up. I'm still getting used to it. I need to find some things.
No, you're right. You're right. As SWMB jumps up to P14. Oh, that wasn't a very good lap from Bean at all. Dear me. As Lopez has retired in the pits.
Right.
Why is he retired in the pits?
Well, maybe he just too confident he can make a reverse strategy work. I think that's a small gamble.
Well, it's a very interesting gamble to start towards the back, but those fresh tyres will help out significantly at the start of the race, as Bean goes up by a second in the first sector. My word, that's a massive improvement. I guess he must have made a mistake there that we didn't get to catch. I tell you what, we'll continue to ride on board with Bean over the course of the lap. We'll give you a guided tour of the racetrack, coming out of turn 8 into turn 9, which is called No Name, rather fittingly, because it previously didn't have a name, so thus it's been called No Name. Through Pouon, turns 10 and 11, as I mentioned, incredibly easy to touch the inside curb and spin out. Very, very easy to do that. Round turn 12 and 13, I love these turns here. I don't know why, but I can find an overtaking opportunity usually on the outside of 12 and that will give you the inside line for 13, as he's up by 1.7 seconds to the second sector.
7.
Up the hill, and he's coming towards Blanchimont, a fast left-hander. In the dry, no need to worry. In the wet, though, it is very terrifying to go through. And now into the bus stop chicane that ends the lap. Down the gears to second, then first gear around the final corner, short shifts to second, short shifts to third, up and towards the line. It's a 1:42.2, jumps up to P5. So,
Yeah, he definitely should improve on time. I think the awareness on his tires, he just wanted to get up some places.
But as it's sort of painted from preseason testing, the Mercedes-Benz up towards the top of the table, Alp leading with Nicholas in second. Alp's teammate Fenrique is in P3. Arba, as Jacek mentioned before the stream, and quite rightly so, the best of the rest it seems, in P4 with a 1:41.9 effectively. But
yeah, I think the Mercedes will not have a rival. Maybe the Red Bulls is gonna be a real life simulation here.
Yes,
from
it
the
could be.
2020 season.
We'll see. But at least the fight between Red Bull and Mercedes will be a bit closer than what it is in real life. Red Bull would kind of struggle in real life to keep up with the Benzes, but I think these guys, both Bean and Nicholas, will give a good hot go at trying to attack the Mercedes, as Swarner jumps up to 5th place with a 42.086.
Very good luck.
Crossing the line is Nicholas,
Yeah,
and he's down on his
I'm betting
time.
on Swarner today.
You think Schwarner will do what? Well, you sent him a very kind message in the AM1 chat that we probably shouldn't say on stream. But no, it seems that you two have a lot of love and support for each other, as Schwarner's giving his teammate a tow.
Yeah. That's really great teamwork there.
So that will help Kit and Petter a little bit. He's currently 10th.
He's down 2/10, 2.26.
See, Arba, he is going to start another lap, I believe. No, he's going into the pits.
No, it's going to be
Enrique, he's on a flyer, I believe, heading towards Les Combes.
Yeah.
And Alp, oh my word, has jumped into the 40s. 1:40.997. Okay then, Alp, no need to flex too much, my word. That is very fast.
That's why he's legendary here. Every track on time trial, he just dominates it. He's one of the best to play the game, not just be in the league.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, you see the times that he can do on time trial. He's normally in the top 20, at least. Sometimes he's in the top 10. He is incredibly talented, very fast. But of course, this is only qualifying. Anything can happen in the race, but Alp is definitely showing what he can do. As Enrique, he's up by a 10th in the second sector. Now the mostly flat out third sector. Heading towards Blanchimont. Absolutely flat, 320 kilometers an hour through there and into the bus stop chicane. Hard on the brakes, second gear, keeps it in second, coming out. Uses no curb on the outside, gives him a good run. And he only just improves by 700ths, 1:41.707. So at the moment, we've got a very clear top two with Nicholas and Alp. Fenrique hasn't been able to crack into those low 41s just yet.
Yeah, most of the guys have been out of the game for a little bit longer than it should. So it's just getting the rust off everything. We'll see the race pace actually. Qualifying is always not really the picture.
No.
You don't get a clear picture of what's gonna happen.
Absolutely. And I'm not... is it going to be a dry race, by the way, JSAC? Have you found any information in regards to that?
Let me check again.
Because if it isn't, then that will really spice things up. Seeing drivers operate in wet conditions around here. So,
yeah, to be honest, this doesn't really give me lots of information. I will need to talk with the
That's all right.
admins. So it's
We'll
only
see.
so overcast here. I will need to work it out.
That's all right. We'll see what the conditions are like when we get into the race itself. But now we got 3.5 minutes left in the session. These guys will be preparing themselves for their final flying laps. It's a very long out lap around here, so drivers need to be careful with the clock that they don't run it down too far, so then they can't set a final flying lap at the end of the session. But Arba has just begun another flying lap. If he can improve by 2/10, he will jump up to third place. He needs to gain a hell of a lot more if he wants to crack the top two. Let's see what he can do though. Over Radion, onto the Camel Straight, DRS open. He's flying down here. We'll see speeds over 330 kilometers an hour. Then into the heavy braking zone of turn 5, where we will see probably the majority of our overtaking. Round turn 6, then turn 7. Rides the curb nicely, doesn't use too much of it. Now into turn 8, very difficult corner this because of the negative camber. It wants to push you away from the racing line. It's quite irritating really. Round 9, right up towards the white line through there. Really pushing the limits, it's good to see. Round Puon, very nice indeed. No sign of trouble just yet. Now into 12 and 13. 4th gear through 12, 5th gear through 13. Not using the full width of the track at the moment, but at the moment he's been very fast, very consistent, up by 2/10 actually. So he is looking like he's going to take third place away from Fenrique. Now the final sector. Flat out into Blanchimont, 8th gear, 320 k's, and into the heavy braking zone of the bus stop chicane. Down to 2nd, I imagine. Then 1st gear maybe? Nope, keeps it in 2nd. Using all of 2nd gear on exit, crossing the line, and he does indeed improve to 3rd place with a 1 minute 41.662. Not a bad lap time at all. And both McLarens look strong. P6 and P7 at the moment. I failed to notice that Kitten Petto, in fact, in front of his teammate.
He's showing what it's done. The former, I think, AM1 commentator.
Yeah, and he's showing his stuff as a racing driver as well. That's a fine lap time, and it's looking good for both McLaren cars. And look at the gap between them, 0.003 of a second, separating the two. Incredibly close.
Warner is on the lap.
Yes, he's heading through Puon right now. He's got his teammate just in front. He's on an out lap. Lunacy jumps up to 5th place. A Williams driver with a 41.9. Where did that come from Lunacy? I know he's not bad, but I don't think he's that quick. My word, that's a great lap. But Schwarner only up by just over 0.5 of a second. Plenty of people watching this, my word. Hello, everyone. Hopefully we get a fairly... Oh, that's close between the McLaren cars coming around the 3rd sector. Hopefully we get a fantastic opening round. We definitely have the racetrack that can give us a fantastic opening round, but we'll have to wait and see. And Schwarner's going to come up to the line. Can he crack into the 41? It's going to be close, and he does. He's now P5 overall. But what about the top two? Where are they? Alp, he's making his way through 13 into turns 14 and 15 that end the 2nd sector. Let's see, does he improve? He does by 2.5 of a second. Oh my word.
Nicholas has invalidated.
Oh no. So Nicholas won't be improving then on his position. So the best he can do is 2nd.
I don't know if he has enough fuel. No, he does not have enough fuel to go for another lap. So that's qualifying over for Nicholas.
And the timer has run out. Let's see what Alp can do. He's going to cross the line. It's a 1:40.7 exactly. That is an awesome lap time. He made mention that he wasn't going to be using ABS for this. And he's just showing how much skill he has. That is incredible.
I think he lied to us.
You think he lied to us?
He's just making a statement. I think
he was playing some psychological games with all the other racing. Yeah, I'm going to turn off ABS. Yeah, then does that sort of lap time. Bean.
Enrique is also finishing his lap. He's down by 2/10. Bean comes in the 2nd place.
Yes, Bean did a fantastic lap, but half a second behind Alp. That's massive. Around a track where, for the most part, you take it absolutely flat out. And off the racetrack is someone. I'm pretty sure I saw someone. Yes, there, a Ferrari.
Ferrari.
Very odd. Fenrique improves, does a 41.4. And as we expected, it is Mercedes and Red Bull hogging out the top 4 spots in qualifying. And it's Arba who is best of the rest. So you were absolutely spot on, Jasak, with what you said to me before the stream, that you believed Arba was the best of the rest. And he has proved that. He is 5th place with Kitten Petter in P6. United Bosnia in 7th. Swarner in 8th. Lunacy in 9th. And Anth in the Ferrari in P10. We'll just be waiting on the 2 Alpha Tauris to retire from the session. And we can get on.
Just made a lap. I think it's the only lap he just made. 14th place. That's alright.
No, it's not bad at all. But no, that's qualifying done and dusted. And we have some pretty close battling going on from P7 down to P10. Less than a tenth of a second separate those drivers. Very close indeed. Centurica in the other racing point, fairly close as well. But that's qualifying done and dusted.
I see has a 5th place position penalty.
Yes, he does.
That's interesting.
I didn't see that prompt come up. I must have missed it. But I'm guessing that's a severe collision penalty. We'll have a look in just a moment. SWM Alp is starting on pole position by half a second over SWM Bean. COS Nicholas starts from 3rd. Fenrique 4th. Arbar 5th. Kitten Petter 6th. United Bosnia in 7th. Swarner 8th. Lunacy 9th. And Anth rounding out the top 10. Now, we'll go through the other drivers when we get onto the grid and we can see what kind of strategy they are going to go with. But grid penalty. Oh, so Aram had something to do with Bodhod's incident. He had a severe collision with Bodhod, and he got a 5 grid place penalty for it. So those two have come together on their flying, or perhaps one of them was on a flying lap, one of them was on an out lap. They've come together, and Bodhod ultimately retires from the session, and a 5 grid place penalty.
I'm gonna have a look at this.
Absolutely. When you see something like that, you always have to take a look into it. Overcast, but no rain. At the moment, it might rain. Knowing Codemasters, it might rain, and that would definitely shake things up. But for now, it is dry, very overcast, and we'll get to see what the drivers outside the top 10, what they would decide to do. Now, actually, I'll ask you, Jasak, if you qualified outside the top 10 here at Spa, what would you start with? What tyre would you start with?
Actually depends on what the grid is like. If you're completely sure that the safety car comes in, you're starting on the softs. You want to bet on an early safety car to get these softs out quickly.
Yep.
But if nothing happens and you're sure that you can go for it, you just start on the mediums. The reverse strategy here is insane, but you have to be absolutely spot on what lap to pit. 1 lap earlier and you might get a puncture.
Fair enough. Absolutely fair enough. And we made mention of that. Actually, you made mention of that before the stream as well. Particularly with the soft tyre. We have seen drivers get punctures as soon as they hit about 70-odd%. It's a bit weird how the punctures work in this game. So it's definitely something drivers will have to look out for, particularly the top 10, as they are on scrubbed or worn soft tyres. They're going to have less life in them for their opening stint. So I imagine their lap window, as it's shown there by the predicted tyre stop strategy for Alp, it is lap 7 to about lap 8 for them. They might pit earlier, try and get an undercut, but then what do? Do they go onto the medium tyre? Do they go onto the hard tyre? I think the medium is probably the way to go, but we'll have to wait and see. And now, drivers outside the top 10, we better have a look at these. So, starting in 11th place is Centurica. He'll be starting on the soft compound tyre, hoping to keep up with the top 10 off the line. Burzy, commentator in AM2, starting on the medium compound of tyre. He's hoping to have a nice long opening stint, keep out of trouble, and then slap on the softs right at the end. or potentially put on the medium tyre, according to the predicted tyre stop strategy there. So he might go on to the hards. We'll have to wait and see. Banner 22X on the soft tyre, same with his teammate Wing It. Both AlphaTauris on the same strategy. Then Mitch Burns, the Stone Towel, around with that 5 group place penalty, and JD TV8, all of them will be starting on the medium tyre. They take up positions. Oh dear. Did you just drop out of the session?
Yeah, the game threw me out. I'll get in a minute. I have another invite.
Oh, that's right, because Bersy, I think, sent one to you, so that's all good.
Yeah.
But yes, they make up positions 15 down to 18, and they're on the medium compound. And finally, the 2 Alfa Romeos. Bodhod and Lopez, starting at the back of the field, they're on the same strategy as well on the soft tyre. Their plan is to try and make up as many positions as possible early on, and hopefully keep out of trouble. But that is the field for this 22-lap race around Spa-Francorchamps. Ah, fantastic, you've rejoined. Tell you what, we'll go off the tyres just briefly for the start. We'll go on to position change. That way we can keep an eye on who gains the most off the start and who loses the most off the start. But no, I'm looking forward to this. A very high quality field. We've got an obvious top 4 battle. The midfield tussle will be interesting to watch. Now this is looking like it's going to be a fantastic season of racing. But everyone's lined up. Everyone is ready to go here at Spa. The opening round of the AM1 Championship is about to begin. We have 5 red lights, and it's lights out. And away we go here at Spa. It's a fantastic launch from Nicholas. He goes down the inside into turn 1. Into La Source we go, and he's through. But Bean, around the outside, a superb move. Using the added traction with the wider line, he powers into the lead. It's a Red Bull 1-2. And in the midfield, what's going on back here? Oh, we have some side-by-side action going through. Erosion ready on. Oh, that could have been quite nasty. Everyone else gets through relatively okay. I haven't seen any damage. Oh, and look at this midfield pack. They're all just scrapping for position. But yes, look at that, JD. A fantastic start. Up 6. Wingett up 5 positions. The biggest loser is Schwarner, unfortunately. He's down 5. Same with Kit and Petter, both McLarens. Get off. Oh, no. Have you got another backup invite, JSEC? Or
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic.
I got another. Oh, God, this game.
It is irritating, I know. But,
oh, God.
But both McLaren starting well. Lunacy down a position, overtaken by Ant in the Ferrari. He's up 3 positions from 10th. But a fantastic start from both Red Bulls. They lead 1-2. Mercedes 3-4. United Bosnia up 2 positions. He's overtaken R-Bar 123 Craft. And what's happened here? We have yellow flags. Oh, what's happened to Prezzo? Oh, and in the... Oh, my goodness, what an accident. Oh, no, Schwarner is out of the session. A 5-second penalty for Bodhard. Severe collision there. Oh, no, and a safety car has been deployed on lap 1. Oh, dear. I saw that in the background. I saw the McLaren go aerial after hitting the tyre barrier at the exit of 15. Oh, dearie me. You don't like to see that sort of stuff on lap 1. You'd like to see everyone get through, but already we have 2 retirements. Oh, no.
It's just what I said. Now everyone on the soft should look to pit and get rid of them.
Now let's have
the top 10.
Now let's have a look at what they're doing. 2 drivers in the pits, that's Barmer and Bodhod. But a lot of the medium runners obviously staying out. Probably a wise decision. Prezzo leaving the session, that's understandable. I'm not sure what happened to the Haas. I definitely saw what happened to the McLaren though. Oh my word, that was a big shunt. But, oh no. But a lot of the soft drivers have elected to stay out.
I'm on board with being a nice see some drops of rain.
Oh, you are absolutely right. Look at that. Well spotted. It is starting to rain here at Spa. But there is this thing in this game where it rains like this, where it doesn't get wet enough for intermediates, but
Yeah.
It gets wet enough so then the dries don't operate properly. So those medium runners are going to have quite a bit of trouble, I imagine, in these sort of conditions. When the track gets damp, you want the softest tyre available.
But it's that the guys out of the top and the mediums are having much fresher tires, as most of the guys like now have over 20% wear from the top guys.
That's very true. But I still feel as if you would much rather be on the soft tyre, I would think. Although, we'll have to wait and see. We'll see what the medium runners can do, if they can make their way up through the field. Predicted tyre stop strategy again popping up there. But that explains why no one's pitted, because of the rain coming. I would have thought when the safety car came out, I thought a few of these guys would gamble, maybe put on the hard tyre and try and go to the end of the race. But no, everyone's staying out.
That just raises me a question. I mean, if anyone just saw that rain was coming, why put on the medium tires? Why don't put another?
Yeah, that's a very interesting point. Why they decided to go onto the medium tires straight away. I, to be honest, I have no idea. If I knew the rain was coming, I would put on the soft tires for sure. But yeah, very interesting. Wing it in the pits. Same with Kitten Petter and Bodhog.
And Bodhog.
Inters.
And they're, yeah, they take a risk. There's not much to lose, but I think with I see there's not much water in the track.
No, there's definitely not much water at all. I guess because they're at the back of the field, they're just sort of taking a gamble. I don't think this was a call from their race engineer, but I have a feeling that this is just a gamble to see if it pays off. But we'll see how it pans out for them.
If it stays out another lap and the rain is heavier, that could be a problem, as they can get literally in the front if the rain gets heavy in this safety car now.
Yeah. But we'll see what the intermediate runners can do. See how quickly the rain starts to pour down. It might be a masterstroke decision from these three to pit this early, but I don't know. I don't think it's wet enough just yet. And these tyres are going to shred themselves in these conditions as well. So, see what they can do. And also, just to point out, JSEC, that you're lagging a little bit, I think. I'm not sure if it's your internet or your mic. Just a little bit. I can make out most of what you're saying, but yeah, there's a little bit of trouble there. But,
oh God.
It's all right. It's all right. I can work out most of what you're saying, so that's not too much of a problem.
Yeah, it's getting frustrating. This is so safety car comes in this lap, so Bin will lead the field. I think I have a bad feeling about this. I think it just the rain gets heavier. I think it's maybe time for Inters. I don't know.
We'll see what they can do, shall we? But everyone's lining up. Bean controls the field. Now he'll get to decide when to go. He can decide whenever. So long as... Oh dear! Mitch Burns, a 5-second penalty. Severe collision with a Ram. And a Ram's got a penalty next to his name as well.
Yeah, AM1 gave a little kiss at the back of Mitch right there.
Alright, so Bean stacking the field up through the bus stop chicane. And Bean's in. Bean's going into the pits, the race leader. He's in. So Nicholas will lead the field. He leads away. Alp follows. Enrique in behind. United Bosnia, and oh my word, they're all pouring into the pit lane now.
Almost everyone's getting me. Yeah, the guys in front are gonna get hit. Oh, Bosnia didn't even get turn one right.
Oh no, look at that, yep.
Trying out there.
Yes, he's run off the racetrack. So, from the looks of things, this is turning out to be a masterstroke from the people who pitted onto the Inters earlier under safety car. It means Wingett is the leading car of these Inter runners, and everyone in front of him has to pit for Inters, so he becomes effectively the race leader. What a masterstroke from these guys. Kitten Petter in 6th, Bodhod in 7th, Bama in 8th. He's on a medium set of tyres. He's losing time.
Lopez made a mistake. Lopez made a mistake as he picked and put on the mediums.
Yes, I don't know why he's done that. And those are fresh mediums as well. Those aren't old mediums that he may have started on. Those are fresh ones. So, and look at him. He's
a disaster.
He is all over the place at the moment. Bean, he passes in with ease. You see Barma, he's not fighting there. He knows he can't really fight in these conditions. But look at that gap between Wingett and Bosnia. Look at that, 4 seconds. He's gaining at a rapid rate.
Dropping down. It's dropping down.
But this is going to be a problem.
Like a second faster in the first step alone.
But this is going to be a massive problem for Mercedes because they have to double stack. So Fenrique is going to lose a lot of time from this.
Yeah, but why didn't they talk about in the party and risk it like a baby?
Yeah, I don't know either. It's Wingett! No!
Tokyo drifting.
Oh, after a masterstroke strategy call, he has made a mistake at Blanchimont. Oh, and Fenrique. Oh, Fenrique, I wouldn't have done that. I would have pitted and just gone with the double stack. He's elected to stay out.
Yeah, he's going to lose a lot of time. Loads of time.
Oh, no. Fenrique, baby, you shouldn't have done that. Oh, no. Because he's going to lose so much time.
Bama stayed out. Why would you do that?
Has he really? He has.
Yeah, he's still out.
Why? I'm not sure what kind of call that is. Oh, and Wingett. Where is he crashed? He's crashed at the top of Radion. Oh, no. Safety car has been deployed again. Oh, no.
Oh my god, it's getting nasty.
Now, Rouge and Radion is dangerous at the most of times, but in the wet...
By the way, you can't go full throttle at all. And that saves actually Lopez, as he made a terrible strategy and he's gonna be at the back. Maybe even it helps Enrique as he's in front of the safety car. He might not lose as much time compared to the others.
This will help Enrique as well, I think. As the field slows down, he might be able to not lose as many positions as if it were under green flag racing. But he's still going to lose a lot of time and positions because of this. But that will mean Kitten Petter will be our new race leader with Bodhod in 2nd. Who would have thought after being after crashing in qualifying, he's now 2nd in the race? Who would have thought?
The 2 previous AM1 commentators. That's some luck.
Oh my word. But there we go. 2 safety cars in a matter of 5 laps. It's not...
What is gonna follow up?
I have no idea. Luckily for Fenrique, he kept the car under control and he's in the pits.
Yeah. Now, this is gonna get interesting because it's very, very difficult to... struggling to even get on the pits, Enrique.
In he comes. Onto intermediate tyres and away he goes. Now, where did he come out?
Yeah, I think he will be in just right behind his teammate. Yeah,
I think you're right. I think he'll just come out behind Alp. There we go. So he slots in between Alp and JD, and he's in 9th. So effectively, where he was before the pit stops. Right behind his teammate.
Now it's gonna get really, really tough. The field is so spread out, and it's really difficult to overtake around here, especially on wet conditions. One small mistake, one little bit tap to the front over much, and you're out. You're gonna spin. And the top guys that want to push and go back again in the first really hard time.
No, this is going to be a very interesting couple of laps here, and I wonder if it's going to dry out at some stage, and then we'll have a completely different dynamic towards the end of the race. No, this will be very interesting indeed. It's Kitten Petter,
for some reason, has been really pushing his inters. I don't know why. Everyone else is on like 10% wear, and his rear is on 18 to 20. So he has already double the wear of most of the drivers.
But he's on the same lap as Bodhod and some of the other drivers, but he's already on that much wear.
And he has too much fuel to spare. He has like +4 laps of fuel.
Oh, okay. So Petter, he's got way too much fuel in his car, and he's shredded to rear tyres, and the added weight won't help either. That added weight means that the tyres have to do more work. So, he's not put himself in... Well, he's leading, effectively, but in terms of his tyre situation and fuel situation, he's not in a very good place. So, it'll be interesting to see how he fares. And we still got a lot of laps to go. And if it continues raining, I imagine a lot of these guys will try and go to the end on their intermediate tyres. Well, I would think. Perhaps the tyres won't actually make it for all of them, and they may have to pit again.
Really tough here. It's a big lap, so if you are in front and you need to push, yeah, I think they will stop again.
Okay, fair enough. But you think those guys in the midfield, they might try and gamble, try and go to the end of the race?
Maybe. They don't have much to lose, especially I think guys like Sam Teka right now. And actually even Bod maybe. Because he was at the back of the field. Now he's P2, so he just has to win things. He doesn't have to lose and lose anything. He cannot push the guys that are looking at him fast and being number. And he just drives his own race until the end.
Yeah, no. But no. Yeah, the connection at the moment between you and me, my word, I got most of that. Oh no. But it's a bit of a struggle at the moment, but that's okay. But I think you're right though. Like you pointed out, he retired in qualifying, and he's currently second. If he can make those set of tyres go to the end of the race, and he will probably go for... I know Bodhod, and he can be a driver who can go for it. He'll often take somewhat logical steps towards finishing a race, but yeah, it will be interesting to see what these guys at the front of the field will do, as I believe it will be safety car in this lap. There it is. So Kitten Petter will lead the field around the third sector, and he will decide when to go. Yeah, no.
Let's see. The back, I will say at the back, see if anything happens.
And here we go through the third sector. See there, Kitten Petter trying to warm up his tyres, trying to get them up to temperature, ready to race. But rounding Blanchimont, he still hasn't gone yet. He's going to be waiting and be very, very patient. Into the bus stop chicane, and I think he's gone now. I think he's gone just before the chicane. Oh, and he overshoots turn 18 a little bit, which will compromise his run through the final corner, but he still maintains the lead. So we now... Oh, Bodhod sideways on the exit of the hairpin of 19.
And Nicholas gets past Anton. I can't pronounce that.
I just shortened it down to Ant. I can't work out the NV bit either, but so I just say Ant. I think he wouldn't mind that too much.
It's really tough. Yeah. Another battle at the back is Lunacy and AM1.
But I just saw there, R-Bar, he completely missed Radion right at the top of the hill. He cut that corner massively. You can see there from the position change, Bodhod up 17 positions. Next best is JDTV8. He's up 8 positions. He'd be quite pleased with that, inside the top 10 as well. But we still have a lot of racing ahead of us. To think we're not even at the halfway mark yet, it's quite surprising. Considering Spa, it's quite a fast racetrack in terms of its length. Typically these races are quite quick, but it's definitely not quick for tonight's race. And at the moment, R-Bar is all over the back of Bean. He's applying a lot of pressure. Into
Nicholas is also right behind.
Oh, through 13. Into turn 14. This will end the second sector. You can see here Bean, he's ready to pounce. Just waiting for a mistake or just waiting for an opportunity to get past the Alfa Romeo of Bodhod. Heading through Blanchimont. Now, it was flat in the dry. You can see there, it is not flat in the wet. And if you took it flat in the wet, you are a psychopath. Now into turn 18. Oh, what's happened back here? And Fenrique. Oh, contact! And into the pits goes Enf. What is the Ferrari up to? Oh, and Arbaz has gotten past Bean. Look at that. Into third place. There's a Renault. Oh, the Red Bulls might go side by side through here. This might not be good. Oh, thank goodness. And again, Arbaz cutting Radion. Now onto the Camel Straight. Arbaz defends, coming towards Lecom. He's squeezing Bean. Giving him enough room on the curb. Looking around the long way, can't make it stick. And here comes his teammate, Nicholas. Right behind. Fenrique isn't too far behind either. And in fact, Alp, I'm quite surprised that Alp hasn't been able to make up too many positions right now. He's still down in 8th, the Mercedes driver. Fenrique's really taking charge.
Corner and Alp goes through.
There he is there. Oh, and Nicholas and... Oh, Fenrique, they went side by side into Pouan. You guys are nuts going side by side through there. That is absolutely... Oh, shows his nose. Ooh.
This is paying for pride right now.
But yes, this battle, this top 6 battle, look at them, all line astern, all following each other. Alp isn't too far behind. If these guys keep attacking each other, then the cars behind will catch up. So they have to be a bit mindful of that. But he's the closest out of the bunch for attacking a car. Oh, Bodhod, round the outside, he's on the grass. Oh, and he gets it done.
And Barbar's
oh, there's a McLaren, and Bean gets past.
3 places in 2 corners. Oh my days.
Round the outside, Arbar. Can he make it stick in La Source? They go side by side on the exit. There's an incident. It's Anth. He's made a mistake at turn 15. And Arbar takes the lead. Bean overtakes Bodhod just before Eau Rouge. Up Eau Rouge they go. We saw Arbar go... Oh, he gets through relatively okay this time. On the previous laps, he had a lot of trouble going through there. And Fenrique, he lost a lot of time. So is Kit and Petter. They both lost a lot of time.
I think he has wing damage, I think. Yeah, he has lost his right wing damage.
Oh, and he's cutting the chicane as well. He couldn't pull the car up. And he's now ghosting. Hopefully the cars behind can get past with ease. Oh, that's really unfortunate. He was in a great scrap. But now he's down. And as you pointed out...
really pushing.
Yep, look at that. He's got front wing damage on the right-hand side. He will have to pit. Back towards
Nicholas gets past Bodhod.
So Botthard down to 4th. Red Bull looking really strong now. Both cars in the top 3. But they have a Renault leading the way. Arbar doing a fine job right now, but he's under a lot of pressure. Hang on. What's happened here? It's Fenrique going slowly. That's what it is. He's trying to get out of the way of the cars coming through Pouon, and he does so successfully. Oh dear, that's really unfortunate. There. Bean trying to hunt down Arbart. Nicholas trying to stay with Bean. The gap is almost a second between the teammates. Bodhod in 4th place. SWN Alp in 5th. He's 2 seconds behind his nearest rival. We have a battle back here though. Santa Rica right on the back of Kit and Petter as they head through the bus stop chicane. All of these cars, all line astern, all these 4 cars I believe. 5 cars actually, as Bersey is on the back of it. Into the source.
Really look at them all.
Out of the source.
So close.
Now this is where it's going to be very interesting to see how the cars deal with this through Eau Rouge and Radion. With this sort of train, the dirty air would affect the car massively. But everyone gets through sensibly. And now down the Kemmel Straight. Santa Rica.
First will try to overtake Lunacy.
Round
as they are side by side.
Down the inside goes Lopez and he gets him into P11. Oh, and off the circuit goes a Ram. I just saw that there in the background. He just briefly went off the racetrack. Fenrique's on mediums. It stopped raining, that's why.
Did he make yeah, maybe he could use the softs, I'm not really sure, but he just goes to the end for now. He's going to push. He's 33 seconds behind, so only thing he has to do right now is just to push and hope for a safety car maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. But he's still got a lot of work to do. And these conditions are going to be a bit iffy on those tyres. He's not going to have a lot of grip out there right now, so he's has to be incredibly careful. But at the moment, it's top 3 leading the way quite comfortably. But dearie me.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Ford goes into the pits as well.
So he's blinked. One of the drivers blinked. Does anyone else follow? Lunacy follows as well. Now, will they pit for the soft tyre? Will they pit for a set of mediums? Mediums is probably the safer option. Mediums. See what Lunacy's up to. Oh, there's an incident! Bean!
I'm on board with
Bean's off the circuit! He's got damage on his front wing.
Front wing.
That left-hand side of the wing is missing.
Also, not only for both Red Bulls. If check Nicholas too, he has wing damage.
Oh, you're right, he does too, look. Oh, did they come together, I wonder,
And
at the top?
to go outside, oh my god.
Oh, and Alp gets it done as well. But that is a massive blow for Red Bull. They were looking so strong with both cars on the podium. And now both cars are going to fall outside of the podium places for sure. Here comes Kit and Petter, coming in at a rate of knots, trying to get past Nicholas. And Nicholas isn't making it easy though. In fact, he's defending a little bit there. But finally Kit and Petter gets past, so does Santa Rica. And around the outside goes JDTV. Oh, but Nicholas, oh dear.
I don't know why fighting. It's too much of a struggle for him. Lopez cuts this thing right there, get some grass alongside.
Oh no. JD on the back of Santa Rica, heading towards the bus stop chicane. Does he go for a big send here? DRS is enabled, everyone's pouring in, surely. Arbar doesn't. Oh no.
Arbar missed it.
So he's going to lose a fair amount of time with this. Maybe not the lead, he's got a healthy lead, but he just might I thought SWML was going to be held there, but he wasn't. He's going to lose a fair amount of time to the Renault.
And now look
to the
at
Mercedes,
Bottas
rather.
jumping everyone on the pits.
But yeah, everyone's in. Everyone. Kitten Petter stayed out. Same with the United Bosnia.
And Bosnia too. I don't know why. I mean, okay, R1 just missed the pit lane when Gears was enabled, but...
That's very fair.
Yeah,
that prompt came up very late, so... But yeah, with these two, don't know what they're going... Oh, a Ram has spun. He gets going again. He's on slightly worn medium tyres. Oh, and wing damage as well. Bersey and Bodhod having a scrap. Two are commentators for AM2. Giving each other a friendly battle as Bodhod does a bit of drifting there at the exit of turn number 7. Oh, and he runs wide, Bersey. Oh, and Bean's out!
Oh!
He's crashed at the top of Radion.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's retirement number 4.
Wow.
Now,
it's taking victims. Virtual safety car. And our bar is really close to pit. Well, the safety car stay long enough.
Absolutely. He will take a massive advantage out of this if the safety car stays around. Oh, and a drive-through there for JD as we go back on the green flag racing. So one driver wasn't managing the Delta. That was JD. He's been given a drive-through, which he will have to serve in this race. In comes Kitten Petter and United Bosnia. All of them are in, as they should be. And Alp is coming towards the bus stop chicane. Keep an eye on that yellow dot in the pits. Is it moving? It is now. So down the pit straight.
I think Albert will come in front. He will come in front, yeah.
Yep, he will. And he's on mediums.
Alp's done the softer pump. Yeah, that's what I pointed out. I think maybe he will just want to play it safe because Alp right now is playing with fire. As I said, you need to be spot on when you pit.
That's very true.
The lifespan of the soft tires is 6 to 8 laps. We have 8. Go.
Virtual again.
On the limit right now. So
what's going on?
I think it's Sataruka. No, I don't know.
Something's happened to someone, and I'm not sure what. But there is a virtual safety car again. I wonder if Aram is getting a wing change. He is. Someone might have bumped the wall at pit entry, and the safety car's come out because of debris. That's that could be a potential reason why it's come out. And we're back on the green flag racing. No penalties this time, which is nice to see.
And look who's in third. Lopez.
Yeah. Dark horse. Arbard said he was a bit of a dark horse when we had a chat about the drivers in the pre-season test. And Lopez, he finds himself on the podium.
But under pressure from Bosnia.
And Bosnia actually showed in pre-season that he's quite a capable driver. So Lopez will have a handful trying to keep this guy at bay. And also, because of the tyre difference, Bosnia on the soft tyres compared to Lopez on the mediums. So right now, Bosnia should have the upper hand. Kitten Petter vibing in 5th place, with Bersey in 6th. And Lunacy on the attack in 7th place on the soft tyre. He's elected to go onto the softs. And he'll be trying to overtake the likes of Bersey and Lopez in front. Finally, 8 laps to go.
In the fight for the lead, Arbor only with 2% tire wear, and I think I went for a used set of softs and he's already in the 20s.
Really? Well, I guess he probably would have used all these sets up in qualifying, so yeah, I think, as Lopez is overtaken by Bosnia. So Lopez falls back down to P4, but his battle isn't over just yet. He needs to keep up with the racing point. Can't let him get... Oh, what happened there? Can't let him get away. Let's see. And then we have this scrap. We got this train, Kittenpetter, Bursey, Lunacy, Bodhod, and Bummer on the back of this. How is he in 9th place? That is a fantastic recovery. After spending 2 laps on the medium tyre in wet conditions, he finds himself in the top 10. He'd be happy with that. He's got Nicholas hunting him down though.
Yeah, he's gonna have a hard time passing that train. He's gonna push like a maniac right now.
But Bean...
Enrique still hasn't done anything. He's still in 14th, just under a second from Santa Luca.
A 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings. Would be something that we'll look at more closely at the end of the races, the penalties, but right now these guys will only be worrying about fighting for track position as Alp sets the new fastest lap, as Lunacy around the outside. Oh, and completely cutting that. Oh, and into the back goes Bursey. I think he just snagged the Williams there on exit. But Nicholas setting fastest lap with a 44.9. Those times are going to tumble. Bummer and Bonhod, they're side by side. Not quite. Bonhod has to slot in behind. Nicholas is on a charge, and he won't be mucking around here. I reckon Nicholas might go for a move at turn number 5, like Com. As Arba, 3-second time penalty, and an incident for a Ferrari.
Yeah.
Anth has retired.
All Alp has to do is just be careful.
Has Anth retired on circuit? I think he has.
Yes, I see it on track, and
he's still moving.
Getting closer. Oh, yeah.
He is voluntarily retired from the session. Now, I don't know what it's like in this league, but I know in other leagues, doing that is a big no-no.
It is here a big no-no. You can win everyone's race in an AI-controlled car, as Arba and Alp just went through. But it could cause really big trouble.
The biggest problem with it is that it could bring out a safety car, and that might change the entire scope of the race.
Exactly.
And it's not fair on the other drivers that their results are dictated by a safety car that could have been avoided. You know, with an accident, you can't avoid that. You know, accidents happen, but if you can not retire on the racetrack and potentially bring out a safety car, yeah, it should be avoided at all times. But I'm sure the stewards will have a look at that later on. Oh, and a big send by Nicholas on Barma there at the bus stop chicane. Very accurate there, very nice move. And I think we're just about to have a lead change coming up soon, as Alp is right behind Arba now. I reckon this will be a straightforward overtake.
Was moving 1 second faster on the last lap. Yeah, pretty easy.
Yeah, no fight there from Arba, and nor should there be, as Alp has softer tyres on his car at the moment as Lopez.
Gets by United.
That's not a bad move there, around the outside. Obviously, he had enough straight line speed to get the move done before the braking zone, and he made it stick. So he's back onto the podium. So this fight for 4th place is genuinely not over, as several drivers are now getting penalties. Oh dear. That's
it's getting ugly.
Yes, you kind of expect it around Spa. There are several places where you can quite easily gather warnings. For me personally, turn 9, the corner before Poo on the left-hander, I just always tend to run a bit wide through there, and I always gather warnings around there. And also, coming up to this corner, turn number 14, at the end of the 2nd sector, sometimes you can run just a little bit wide through here, use too much of the curb, and you can get a warning that way. So I'm not too surprised that we're seeing plenty of warnings, but we'll just have to wait and see how they shape this race.
Coming up to Radisson can be really, really tricky, because if you take a little bit too much curb, it can give you a warning.
Yeah. I found a neat way to try and avoid that is by cutting a lot of Eau Rouge turn 2, because the track limits there seem to be a bit more reasonable. I cut a lot of that and try and not cut too much of Radion, as Bursey down the inside of Lunacy. And here comes Nicholas. He's got to run down the inside. of the Renault. They're side by side down the hill towards Eau Rouge. They're side by side still, and Nicholas gets it done. A somewhat Mark Webber style move there around the outside of Eau Rouge, and now he has DRS and he slingshots past the Williams. He's now into 6th place and he's got a bit of clear air, and here comes Bersey down the inside into Lecom, and Barmer isn't too far behind. He wants a bit of the action. A nice little scrap there, and Bodhod isn't too far behind either. A proper scrap going on for what is now 7th place, because I'm sure Nicholas will pull away from these guys and try and catch up to Kitten Petter. He's got to close a margin of 3.5 seconds with 5 laps to go. Well, 4 and a bit, really. I'm sure he is capable of doing that. Oh, and safety car! You're kidding! Santa Rica is out of the race. He's crashed at Lake Com, at the exit of Lake Com, and that is retirement number 6 in this race.
And then
7, sorry, I can't count.
As well.
So this shakes things up, doesn't it? What do these guys do? Do they pit, or do they stay out? Alp's going in.
Alp goes in.
Arbar isn't. What about Lopez? He stays
the guys
out.
on the socks may pit. Yeah.
Bosnia stays out. Same with Kitten Petter. So Alp is the only one who's elected to come in. Put on fresh rubber. Nicholas even stays out. Bersey stays out. Nobody else is pitted. Has Alp shot himself in the foot? JD is in the pits.
He was on 45% wear, so I think he betted on the others to pit as well.
Oh, that's right. You did mention that. You think he was on a qualifying set of soft tyres, so he would have had a fair amount of wear on his car. So coming in, putting on some fresh rubber. He is only in 6th place, so he can recover those positions. Though with the amount of laps remaining, finally I got it out. He's going to have a hard time trying to overtake those guys, particularly Nicholas. I imagine Nicholas will be a bit of a headache for Alp. But oh my word,
we're going to give a good fight, but.
So who's going to win this?
Has dried out. Arbar has 3 seconds. Lopez doesn't have any. Bosnia has 3. And yeah, I think it's gonna be Lopez. He just stays behind Arbar if he doesn't lose touch. It's a 3-lap sprint race. It's gonna be a 3-lap sprint race after that. Yep,
you're absolutely right. But is a racer in Lopez, is he going to trick himself into the mindset, I have to race for this position? I mean, you mentioned earlier he races a bit angry. Would he go and absolutely send it for victory? Even though Arbar has got a 3-second penalty.
But he has to play it smart. After that lap, it will be... The race will start from lap 21. So it's going to be lap 20 with the safety car. So it's going to be, from lap 21. He has to play smart. I mean, he's 18th position up. 18th position up. So why risk it? He has to play it safe.
Absolutely. And I 100% agree with you as Anth has left the session. I think you're right. I think Lopez needs to play it smart. I think a lot of these guys need to play it a bit smart. But I'm sure there's a couple of drivers that have the racer in them to absolutely send it and see what they get. I have a feeling there's a couple of them. We'll have to wait and see though. But Alpin's got an interesting scenario. P6 on fresh tyres. He's going to be rapid for these final couple of laps. And in fact, it's going to be a 2-lap shootout. Lap 21 and 22. That's it. So Alp has even less time to try and make up positions. Got drivers with penalties, we've got drivers without.
He's going to be his time trial time right now. He's going to pull as hard as he can. But Nicholas will definitely make his life hard.
And also, I'd just like to point out, nice to see 100 comments in the stream. It's nice to see a lot of people getting involved in this. It's fantastic to see. It shows how many people are invested within Contest of Speed. My first proper league race, commentating for this European league. It's good to see the involvement. But, and hopefully these guys will get involved with each other and we get a nice, interesting finish to the race. But yeah, so we've got different strategies. We've got drivers on different worn tyres. We've got guys with 5 lap, we've got guys with 6 lap old softs, we've got guys with 7 lap old mediums in the field, all spread out. Guys from 7th down to 10th, they all have penalties. 1st and 3rd have a penalty. Who is going to win this race? I have absolutely no idea who is going to win this. This is going to be bonkers. Oh no.
This is what season opener should be like.
Oh no. Alright, this is it. Surely the safety car's going in. It is going in this lap. Oh boy. Safety car's in. This is going to be a drama-filled end to this Belgian Grand Prix.
Have you ever seen a love with 5 lappers? That's what it's gonna be like. It's gonna be absolutely bonkers.
Fenrique!
Damage.
5-second penalty, severe collision with Mitch Burns. Fenrique is retired from the session. What? Uh-oh. J-Sack has unfortunately left us. Oh no. Hopefully he'll be able to join back as soon as possible to watch this crazy finale. But here we go. Arbar bunching up the field. Oh please, J-Sack, I need your help. Need to keep an eye on all of these guys. I won't be able to do it alone. But anyway, we'll get on with it. The final 2 laps of this Belgian Grand Prix. The final 2 laps of Spa. The final 14 kilometers of this race. Here we go. We're back on the green flag racing. Arbar leads the field. Lopez in behind. He is using overtake to try and keep up with the Renault. Through La Source we go. Bosnia in 3rd. Kittenpetter in 4th. Siwas Nicholas in 5th place. Alp, not the most ideal start. He's still got a little ground to gain to try and catch up to the Red Bull in 5th place. Up and over Arouge and Radion. Heading down the Camel Straight. Lopez right in behind. There's no DRS available for any of these guys. Heading into Les Combes. If they want to overtake, they have to do it the old-fashioned way. Sitting in the slipstream, planning ahead, showing the nose, applying pressure. There's no DRS to help you out in this sort of scenario. Oh, thank goodness he's joined back. Now down, out of no name. Through Pouon. Goes Arbar and Lopez. Lopez not being overly aggressive. He's being smart about this. Into turns 12 and 13. Gap is 0.6 of a second. Bosnia, he's not closed in on Lopez. He's almost actually gapped himself there by a second. He has. 3rd and 2nd gapping each other by a second. Kittenpetter looking to attack. He's unable to do so. Nicholas is unable to do so as well. And here comes Alp. A fantastic run, but no ERS. He's dumped all of it. He can't attack the cars in front. Not without any sort of ERS. Through Blanchimont for the second last time, heading towards the bus stop chicane. Hard on the brakes, every driver following each other, line astern. Bosnia's wide, Kittenpetter looking for a run, and here comes Nicholas. He gets the both of them. Surely, he slips in the slipstream of Bosnia, heading towards La Source. Bosnia defends a little bit, into La Source, and he goes for it. A great move there from the Canadian. A bit of a bump, but that's okay. You don't mind a little bit of rubbing and racing, and Nicholas gets past. He's on the podium. Alp trying to get past Kittenpetter now. Round the outside into Eau Rouge. A great scrap between those two. But Kittenpetter ultimately relinquishes the position. Alp into 5th place. Top 2 separated by 1/10 of a second. Heading into Les Combes. Through they come, through turns 5, 6, and then into turn 7. Bosnia and Alp fighting. Alp gets past. He's into 4th place. His battle is now with Nicholas. Can he close the gap? Back towards the front. Lopez right in behind. In fact, no, he has dropped a little bit of time. 0.7 of a second, in fact, to Arbar. The gap is steadily increasing, but he needn't worry. So long as he keeps it clean, he can achieve victory here at Belgium. Round Pouon, for the final time into turns 12 and 13. The gap between second and third, 2 seconds. So Lopez or Arbar don't really have to worry about the cars behind. Actually, Arbar does. At 3 seconds, it might drop him out of the podium places, actually. So he does have to worry. In the background, Lunacy has made a mistake. He has spun. He's dropped down to 12th place. Back towards the front of the field. Through Blanchimont for the final time. It was a great drive from Arbar. He will maintain the lead coming into the bus stop chicane. He unfortunately will not hang on to it. What a victory this will be. The second of his AM career. Lopez Mateus Fly takes victory here at Belgium. It will be Nicholas who finishes in second. And Alp stays in fourth. By 83 thousandths of a second, Arbar stays on the podium. Only just stays on the podium. Oh, my word. What a finish. What a finish. And there we go.
It was mental.
Driver of the day. Fair enough, really. He started at the back of the field with his teammate Bodhod. He ends up winning the thing. From 19th, I believe, if I remember correctly, 19th to first. Nice little selfie there for Mr. Lopez. He'd be happy with that. What an unexpected victory. Second place goes to COS Nicholas. Not a bad start to the season there. And Arbar finishes in third place. My word, what an unexpected result that was.
It was mental. It was really, really, really mental. Wow.
There we go. The unofficial results for this Belgian Grand Prix. Lopez Mateus Fly from 20th. It was last to first. You are kidding me.
With a strategy at the start, with a wrong pit stop at the start.
Last to first. Nicholas second, Arbar in P3, Alp in fourth place with fastest lap, Kitten Petter in fifth, United Bosnia in sixth, Barma in seventh, JD in eighth, Bursey in ninth, and Mitch Burns rounds out the top 10. What an unexpected winner from this race. From 20th on the grid, from plumb last, he wins the race. That's only the second time in my commentary career that I have seen this happen. But the first time it happened, it didn't happen in a full grid of cars. It was only about 18 or so. But that, with a full grid from 20th to 1st, who would have thought? I certainly wouldn't have. Oh my word.
Lopez could easily just leave it, go to the pits and retire, but no. He just stayed there, he pushed. The wets came, which I know he loves the wets, and here he is, the first winner of the season in an unbelievable race.
Wasn't expecting that. I can safely say, wasn't expecting that. What a season opener. Of course, it was disappointing to see that there were 7 retirements in the race. You always like to see a full field of cars finish their first race to, get their season off to a good start. But there was a lot of drama in this one. There was action absolutely everywhere, it would seem. There wasn't too many parts where it really dulled down. There was always something going on somewhere. And the wet weather definitely helped with that. That was very interesting to watch. But how was your first commentary stint, do you think, Jacek? Did you enjoy that one?
I could not just ask for a better race to watch. So many battles, so many strategy calls, everything, rain, an unexpected winner from dead last. Wow.
That was nuts.
Wow.
That was nuts. That was fun. But thank you, fellas. Yeah, easy driver of the day. No question about it. Who would have thought? That is... I mean, we talked pre-season about Mercedes and Red Bull dominating, and in fairness, they did. Both the Red Bulls and both Mercedes were very strong. And then something happened to the Red Bulls. They took each other out or something like that, and they both lost positions, a lot of positions. And the Mercedes...
I think they just played the game of who makes the most mistakes today. I don't know what went into their head, but wrong strategy calls. Who is gonna make the most mistakes today?
Yeah, and it just showed that, well, Lopez even made mistakes, but he was in the right place at the right time, it would seem, and he reaps the rewards of that. And in fairness, in Formula One, or well, in any sport generally, you need a bit of luck to go your way, and he made the luck count, and he took victory, an unexpected victory at that.
He truly
Incredible.
deserves it.
Well, that's not a bad way to start your commentary career with a new league. Bit of drama, bit of action,
Yeah.
and a completely
We're
crazy
gonna have a
race.
heart attack.
That was a lot of fun. Well, I'm sure you enjoyed that a lot, Jacek, and welcome to the world of commentary, my friend. I hope you stay around for a while, because you get to see some proper magic like this. It is really fantastic. But thank you for joining me alongside. I know we had those little internet troubles, but you stuck around, you helped out, you gave me some fantastic pointers, and thank you so much for joining me tonight.
You've been a great guide for tonight. I really couldn't ask for a better host of the commentary today. You were working magic today.
But I think that will conclude round one of the AM1 Championship on Contest of Speed. Next week, we jump over to the country of Hungary to the circuit of Hungaroring, an interesting racetrack where we can see sometimes some fairly mediocre races, but on its occasion, it can show some magical racing. Strategy is going to be very, very interesting, I reckon, at Hungaroring. There's a few strategies you can sort of make work around there, so that will be interesting to watch. And man, after this race, I have no idea what to expect anymore. What a brilliant way to start off a season. But ladies and gentlemen, I think that will conclude this stream. I think. I might need a drink after this one, I reckon. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching. I've been the Smeg, my co-commentator for the first time, and anyone watching this in the Discord, give this guy a massive hand. It was his first time commentating. Jacek, thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you next time for the Hungarian Grand Prix at the Hungaroring. Until then, goodbye.